get ready to play, huh? I don't want to see any laziness there, okay? If we win this, we're in the finals. If we get a big lead, we got to pummel these guys. We got to pummel them at all costs, dominate, and hammer them. I want you to play dirty if you have to, but don't get caught. Young son, stay low, okay? That's easy for you. Just chop block him in the back of the knee. That'll work well. Ambrose, you're big. Don't be afraid to throw the elbow. If you break someone's collarbone, that's a good thing. That's what the medic's for. Otherwise, he's just sitting around, all right? You hear me?
Funny stuff, right? But sadly, it's true in some cases. We're seeing the intensity in youth sports today, sometimes resulting in on-court fights, sometimes on-field fights, leading one to believe that perhaps too many parents are taking this too seriously or have unrealistic ideas about what their kid will become as an athlete, believing from the start their child will go pro, go to the Olympics, go Division I NCAA. But new research suggests that's just a small minority. A study in the Journal of Sport and Social Issues finds most parents are realistic and value sports for more than trophies or contracts. So how do we make sure that sentiment stays widespread? Joining us now to discuss this, the associate professor at the University of Florida who conducted that study, Chris McLeod, along with longtime New York sports personality Brandon Tierney, most recently heard on FAN, now got his own YouTube channel, BT Unleashed. Welcome to both of you guys. First to you, if we can start, Chris. What did you find? Just 17% of those parents believe their kids are going to go pro. I kind of like that number. Were you surprised by it?
Yes, we were surprised by it. We started this study because we were interested in this idea that's been floating around that all parents are delusional about their children's chances of going pro, going to college, getting scholarships. So we used some data from the National Sport and Society Survey, which is run by Chris Canusta, my co-author at the Ohio State University. And we found that most parents do not expect their children to go pro or even go to college.
So in reality, we find out that only 6% of varsity athletes will play in college. We find out that only 2.5% of high school athletes go on to play at the Division I level, and let alone the very small percent that will go on to go pro. So, Brandon Tierney, you're out coaching how many sports?
2, and I'm out there a lot.
All different levels.
Yeah.
So do you find when you deal with parents that they have that realistic expectation?
Thank God the kids I coach, I've got good parents. Thank God.
And teams you play against?
Yeah, for the most part, I think most people comport themselves well. Listen, I think that this is a deeper issue, and I don't necessarily have a solution, but it's easy to identify. College is all out of whack, and the cost to go to college, I think, is really placing the emphasis on the wrong things. I mean, parents are looking at sports as a way to pay for school. It should never be that way. So I think that everybody's, overly emotional. But I also think this, bro, I really do. Like now with phones and everything, like when I was growing up, there were a couple of dads in the stands. Granted, this is the 80s, smoking a few butts, banging back a few beers, yelling things they shouldn't yell. Like, let's not make it seem like all of a sudden the parents got a little wacky. It's amplified now with social media, but it's always been an issue.
So you got 27.3 million kids playing. So when you have 23 million kids playing, why are they doing it if there's not going to be, that you found, Mr. McLeod, if there's not going to be a payoff at the end of the rainbow? What do you want kids to get out of it? What do you hope they do?
Well, I think we want children to get character development, growth, learn some things, play with their friends. Ultimately, youth sport should work for the family and for the children, not the other way around. And I think that's what most parents think about when they're getting their kids into sport, and most kids as well. The good thing is that really it's that intrinsic motivation that's going to make your child succeed in the long run, not them trying to chase a professional contract.
I'd like to see a little more balance here. Like, if you have a rough day, you don't need to be in the batting cage at 2 a.m., yelling at your son or your daughter. But it's also okay to compete. Like, let's not get that twisted to the point where, you can't, work hard and chase something with vigor. I think what we've lost is balance and a little bit of perspective here. But
keep score, keep division
absolutely,
standings.
Man.
Yeah.
And by the way, if you don't win, you don't get a trophy. Like, I'm okay with saying that. Like this notion of, hey, you came in 4th place, here's a ribbon. Hey, you came in 5th place, here's a trophy. No, because that's not preparing people for the real world. Now, to answer the question that you just asked the professor, what should sports really be about? Well, not the economic pursuit and those dreams. It should be about fostering competitive mindsets, learning how to deal with adversity, learning how to deal with all different types of ethnicities. And then, by the way, if you're good enough and natural attrition doesn't sort you out by the time you get to high school and beyond, you'll play and you'll be really good. But even if you're not, you're just better equipped to deal with the world.
Right. Just out there, maybe failure, you use this term, Chris. Failure in a safe environment could be the best lesson. And you go on to say this: support the dream of your kid, but hold the outcome loosely. Fight off any fear of urgency to help your kid own the journey. So how do you do that? How do you support? What's the subtle way to support the kid? Kind of lead them, because you have the life experience, Chris. At the same time, let it be their journey.
Well, I think it's about helping your children understand the time horizon here, right? It doesn't actually matter how well they're performing when they're 10, 12, 15 years old even. If they really want to succeed in sport, what matters is their motivation, their talent, and quite a bit of luck for most sports in their early 20s. So if you can help children understand that, then you can help them understand what the most effective things for making them successful in the long run would be when they're young.
Right, and what, Brandon, I find that I couldn't believe the stat: 92% of female CFOs played college sports.
Doesn't surprise me at all.
Right,
But
you don't know them as athletes; you know them in business.
Yes, but when you look at their makeup, it's all derived from sports, or maybe not all of it, but a large percentage of that. Learning how to pick yourself up. Hey, you just got your teeth kicked in. Say you're a soccer player, you lose 8-2. There's two options. Like you either learn it and you deal with it and you get better, or you accept it. And those who don't accept it, and when I say accept, not that you push back on the results, you win or you lose, but do you do something about it? And those who choose to do something about it generally are people who you want running companies.
And finally, Chris, the final thought: what do you want people to take from your study? You looked at the science of sport. For youth sports, what do you want people to take away from your study?
If it's for families, I want them to think about what they're using sport for in their families. And I would encourage parents to think about, how would we do sport differently if we thought that our children would have absolutely no chance of going pro or getting a scholarship? And for a lot of families, they'll do exactly the same thing. They love the travel sport lifestyle. But some families, I think, might choose to do something different. And I'd encourage them to think about that a little bit more, to make sure that sport is working for their family and what they want.
Great. Check out the B2 Unleashed, BT Unleashed, which is on YouTube.
Yeah, we got to get you on sometime. You going to come on?
I would love that.
Oh, boy. Big Giants fan.
And the big question is, of course, how does it pay? Only kidding. Krista McLeod, thanks for doing this.
I'm not even making money on it yet. I got to pay you?
Absolutely. Hey, guys, thanks so much. Great talk. Appreciate it.
Thank you, buddy.
Thank you.